Wicked for good.
Thank God. Hello and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me as always is Tyson Wheeler Dynas and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome.
Holy shit! Did you guys see that?
Oh, fuck, what is
Did
that?
something jump out
ring
at
light
you?
it just popped off and flew at me.
Holy shit.
Everybody's trying to kill me right now. All this stuff. Jesus.
That was slightly terrifying.
Oh, man. Of all the influencers that needs to happen to, you are at the bottom of my list, Tyson Dynas.
Yeah, well, a normal influencer would just start over, but not us. We are committed to the bit.
That's
always and forever. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you guys? Was that convincing? A scale of 1 to 10. How convincing was that?
The most wonderful time of year, I think.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
A scale of 1 to not convincing. How convincing was that?
I'm trying, people. I'm trying. I saw this very funny meme today where it was like, if one more thing goes wrong, and it's got Elaine Stritch, and it's just her screaming in various like areas of her life on stage. I love it. It's like my new motto for the rest of this year. Yeah.
One more thing goes wrong. Oh, don't tempt fate, but yeah, there you go.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you too. It's been a couple weeks.
It has.
What has everybody been up to?
I'll go first. I made some notes because I
made some notes for you, Tyson.
Oh, good. I forget.
You literally texted Smith and I a week ago. Hey, don't forget.
Me.
Wow,
yeah, remind me about a meetup.
So yeah, there you go.
So my neighbor Dan is kind of one of my closest friends in town. Weirdly enough, he's got a brain tumor, and it's like right in his ability. It's right like kind of growing in his speech center. So and so they've been treating it and whatnot, but he has he has problems with speech, right? So obviously, and at some point, he will lose his ability to understand people, which is really sad. But he's hanging in there, and every week I just bug him. I'm like, hey, let's go get some lunch. Let's go do something. Let's get you out of the house, because he's not going out of the house. He's not really supposed to drive, but he does drive because you can't tell Dan's Clem what to do and whatnot. And so I was like, let's go, whatever. And then I get this text, and he's like, hey, there's a meet and greet tonight between 4 and 6. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And he's like, it's for KCMO. And I'm like, okay, all right. And I had to look it up. I was at lunch with Beth, and I was like, what is KCMO? And she's like, it's KC, Missouri. I'm like, no. It's got to be like a television station or a radio station. And it's a radio station. And it's a conservative talk radio station.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. And so like I was like, okay, I'd already told him okay, because I just wanted to get out of the house, So so I looked it up, and I was like, okay. So he's like, we're gonna go see this guy and whatever, and I'm like, okay, all right. So anyway, he came over, and I drove, obviously, and so we went to this conservative talk show radio thing. And basically, it was literally a meet and greet. So, like, it was at a local bar. It was literally around the corner from here. And we went and sat at tables. And then everybody in that room was a regular caller of the show. Like, you could just tell.
Oh, boy.
They were like, they were there because they were big fans. And then the people call in and be like, well, tell us what you think about these, why he's not getting a peace award, like why Trump doesn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, and all that shit. And I'm like, So I was talking to Dan, and Dan really struggles with speaking now, and so I was like, I feel like a little bit of a fish out of water. I'm keep my fucking mouth shut, and 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 he just kind of smiled, and so so we were sitting at the bar. We had a beer. Then we went to the tables, and so uh, and then there were two guys there that do shows on this local station, and this one guy, like, he's the main guy in town, the main conservative talk show host guy in town. I never heard of him, but and I wasn't going to do any.
Do you have like a radio name, like Red Rocket, or I don't know?
He didn't.
Red Rocket.
I don't really even remember his name, but it was funny because, like, so we're sitting there, and the guy comes over, and he recognizes Dan, and he's like, "Hey, Dan, I've been following your story. I'm just really glad to see you're still, going out and doing
Well,
stuff."
that was nice.
It was super nice, and I was like, "How are you following his story?" Because he doesn't social media. I mean, like, I don't know, but at some point, Dan must have called him and been like, "I'm going to lose the ability to speak, so I can't call in anymore," or something like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And so, and he was like a regular caller, and he'd actually met this guy like two other times at previous meet and greets. He like my neighbor Dan.
So they have a rapport of
They
some
do.
sort.
So,
Yeah.
my neighbor Dan, most interesting dude. He's like, he gets up in the morning very early, like at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then he watches 2 episodes of Gunsmoke on MeTV, which is a local thing. Then he listens to talk radio for the rest of the day. And then on Sunday nights he watches Finn Gully. So that's like his
nice.
That's his thing. Okay.
Yeah, and then his other thing that he does is he gardens, and he does all kinds of cross work with like peppers, and he designs his own peppers, and he's just an interesting cat. But he's fiercely conservative. So we have not talked about politics, and I've lived next to him for 8 years. We have not talked politics in 6 years. Like,
okay.
So yeah, and so anyway, so guy came over and he's like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you." And I'm like, "It's nice to meet you." And Dan's like, he just gets very animated. And he's like, "You," and he points to the radio host, and he's like, "This is my friend Tyson. He's my neighbor, and you guys should talk. Go!" And and then and then and then the talk show host looks at me like, "What?" And I'm like, I think he wants us to argue because we're at different ends of the political spectrum. And he goes, "Oh, okay." He's like, and so, and and so then I just started talking to him about fucking radio because it turns out he started in northwest Oklahoma, so we kind of had the same gig. I had in Hayes, and so we kind of talked about storm coverage and blah blah blah. Really nice guy. Another guy came by who does an hour on that show every day, on that station every day, and does a podcast. And Dan did the same thing to that guy. He's like, "Hey, you guys, go talk," and I'm like, "Okay." And the guy, explained the thing anyway. But it was a really interesting thing. So, a couple of interesting things. Once, I'd never heard anybody talk anything about politics the entire time I was there. No one talked anything.
Interesting.
There was no, and I was listening. Yeah, there was no talk about politics whatsoever. There was nothing about any of that stuff. It was just like, "Hey, we enjoy your show. Thanks for doing it." And he's like, "Well, how's your kids?" Because like he knows a bunch of these people from meet and greets and all this stuff. There was none of that. It was just nothing. And I was just like, "That's really cool." And then the only political thing I heard was a guy came and sat down with us. He was by himself, and he's like, and everything was full, so we had an extra 2 seats, and he sat down. He's like, "You mind if I sit here? You're here for the meet and greet?" And he goes, and Dan's like, "This is my neighbor Tyson. He's my friend, and he's not, he doesn't fit in very well here." Essentially, is what he said. And the guy like kind of looks at me. He's like, "Are you trying to convert him?" And I was like, "No, we don't do that anymore. That ship has sailed. We don't." So we talk about gardening. We talk, but yeah, it was really actually very pleasant. Everybody was cool. And I kind of said something along the lines to that guy that's sitting there. I was like, "Nobody's talking politics at all." I was like, "Are you guys saving your best bits for the radio when you call in?" And I was like, "Your hot takes? What's going on?" And he goes, "Nah, I don't know." I was like, "We're just, whatever." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So anyway, yeah, so we did that. And then Dan, bless his heart, a prolific drinker in his lifetime. But he has not been drinking very much lately. And that became very apparent because I had 3 beers. I drove 3 beers over 2.5 hours. I was like, I gotta take it easy. And then about an hour before we left, Dan was like, I want some, 2 fingers of scotch, double scotches. He had 3 double scotches. Poor guy. Like the other part, the tumor that on the other side of the thing that affects his speech is his motor skills. And so we had to help him out, get out of it. I can say this.
Yeah.
I can say this stuff because he's never going to hear this. But
He's not a fan of our show?
no,
Oh, okay.
why would I?
All right.
I wouldn't.
Why would
Sometimes I tell him sometimes we're talking in the backyard and I'm like, I gotta go do a podcast. And he's like, okay. But
Nothing else.
I've
Yeah.
got nothing else.
He probably assumes you're a liberal and all liberals have their own podcast. That's probably how I would see it.
Which
yes.
that's a safe assumption.
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got him home and it was so cute. Because he's a fiercely independent guy. He has no family here. Which is why I bug him all the time. When he was in the hospital, Beth and I went up there every day to make sure he was okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And his family, they're from South Dakota and parts otherwise, and so like we just take care of him. We always kind of have, and he gives us a bunch of peppers and stuff. And so anyway, I got him home. And when we left, this lady, the waitress, who everyone was really nice because there was a waitress there. She was like, I have a friend.
Oh.
She's like, I have another client who has problems with speech.
Oh, no.
Too.
He's frozen.
He did freeze.
You guys are glitching out. Oh, wait, I'm here.
He froze in the best way possible.
He did.
Let's see if he'll come back.
Let's see if he will reanimate.
Oh, no.
You there?
Oh, you're reaching out.
Uh-oh.
I see a
Tyson's
message.
Typing.
I'm here.
We
You can't see me, huh?
can't hear you. We're having a lot of problems this episode, everyone. I'll rejoin. Okay. We'll see if this works.
Yes.
Come on, Zencaster.
Yeah, right. Let's let us resume this party.
Yes.
Oh,
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. We're testing things out.
Wait,
everybody.
he's currently offline.
Tyson is left. We'll see if he can rejoin. I'm going to bring up our text chat just in case. Nothing's happened yet.
So, I don't know. Can the fans see the text? I don't know. This is it was really more for them than it was for Tyson.
You good, dog?
I don't know. I'll make sure he's all right. Still
hello?
offline.
Let's see. I may have to jump into another.
We might have to. Has he used another form of communication to? Oh! He just turned yellow.
Here we go.
We got from
Something's
red to yellow.
happening.
Something is happening.
It's green.
Hey, he's back.
Wow.
That was seamless and perfect.
No,
Zencaster is no longer. Well, can we hear him?
Oh,
we
can we hear him? Can we hear him?
Tice, say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys froze for a second too. Is it a little choppy?
Yes.
Yeah, the video's a little wonky.
Yeah,
it's a little choppy, but it's.
Is your internet connection okay?
I don't know. What am I, a doctor? Hold on.
Well, that's better. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
It says that this. That's classy. I'm sure I'm.
Are you still there, Tice? Stay with us, Tice.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think we're. Oh,
okay, hold on. Should we do video or no video? Oh no.
No's. There.
Oh, wait,
it's coming back.
It's coming back. Are you there?
Oh, robotic. We're almost there. I'm just going to tell everybody to fast forward for. Okay, you sound great. You look terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's normal wear and tear.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
That's normal wear and tear for Tyson.
Oh, Jesus.
Look terrible. All right. I can see you both moving.
We're rolling.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So let's
pretend everything's okay.
Okay. So anyway, when we left, this lady came out and she's like, "We make homemade carrot cake at this bar," and she's like, "Do you want a slice?" And I was like, I'll take one to go because that carrot cake is my favorite dessert. It's my weakness, whatever. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay. And he's like, two. And so we went. I took him. I drove him home. Got him in the car. Uh, Took him home, and he was trying to get out of my car and he couldn't. You know. And so
Uh-huh.
and he was holding the bag, and I went and grabbed the bag. And this is probably more interesting if you know Dan, but I went and grabbed the bag to help him. I'm like, let me help you. And
Uh-huh.
he turned to me and he's like, gave me the stink eye, like, don't you fucking dare help me, you know, like, and
Oh.
I was just like, oh crap. And I go, God damn it, Dan, I have my own piece of cake. I'm not stealing your fucking cake. And then and when he said that, he snapped out of it. And so, and then but I like very slowly backed out to make sure he got into the house. Cause if I tried to help him into the house, he would have like been very pissed. But anyway, it was really fun. And I think he has a girl that he used to kind of have a crush on that he wants to go see at one of the local bars. So I've been encouraging him to do that. I think he might get a pity something or other, since his time is limited. I think I know how Dan thinks. I kind of see it, in my head. So
So
anyway,
is there a local Kansas City bar called Make a Wish, and
yeah, basically, yeah, yeah, basically. So anyway, so
Shit.
yeah, we did that, and then
God damn it.
and then and
Make
then
a wish bar.
last weekend, Sally, her kids, Brett, her husband, and myself went to Waukene to celebrate Christmas with my parents. It's the last Christmas in their house. They're going to move to Kansas City, and so that was great. The So that was really nice. So we had Christmas very early this year. Um, I got ornaments for everybody because money's a little tight, and so I got the big hit was a Christmas ornament. It was an orb, clear, see-through clear, and inside were miniature Amazon packages. It was just like so. Uh,
Oh,
very
that's cool.
nice.
yeah,
That
it
is
was
cool.
pretty. That was pretty cool. And I got some stuff. I got this thing. Sally gave me this, which is she knows I like to hang stuff on the walls. This is a photo from one of her
Uh,
artist friends. And then I
Nice.
got this thing, which plugs in and since I'm a huge fan of
Ah,
Christmas
very
excellent.
stories.
nice. Very nice.
Yes.
The big gift was that mom and dad had found. So my dad was a bit of an audiophile. He was growing, which I know that surprises you, right? But he was a bit of an audiophile,
Shocker.
and
Yeah.
and so he was full in on the reel to reel tapes.
Uh-huh.
And so he found a bag of all his reel to reel tapes, and
Oh,
so
nice.
Oh,
he bought Sally and I each a reel to reel player on eBay.
Oh, neat.
wow.
Yeah,
That is
I've
dope.
always wanted one of those.
isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Very
yeah.
anyway,
cool.
and I love this. I mean, this is great because it literally like it's not like a normal. I mean, like I'm just gonna show you this page right here. It shows you how to dismantle it and take care of it. Like they don't TV things like that do not exist anymore. It's
No,
like
no.
No, they do not. No.
so
People
so
like into
They're like,
electronics
good
in the
luck.
70s like knew how they were fucking made. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy, but like you just didn't buy that stuff. You didn't know how it worked. It was like, but
yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
So we got like I don't know, like 100 reel to reel tapes.
Wow.
Some officially released, some copies, and so Sally and I are gonna. I'm working on it right now. I tried to get it working today. I couldn't get it working. Sorry, Dad. But I will figure it out. And then and so it's like Simon and Garfunkel's first record. Just weird like stuff from the 70s and
Yeah.
and late 70s. So anyway, that was our cool little Christmas, and it was a lot of fun. I will
You know
say
what?
that
Like, what era was that? Like reel to reels? When was that? Like, kind of like at the
this
same time as vinyl, or like when was
it,
that kind of big?
it was definitely the same time as vinyl. This particular unit was built in '69.
Okay.
So he had a nicer one. That was quite nice. We don't know what happened to it, but it was but yeah, it was and so like when it was a weird kind of thing because you could record this. I love this thing because it's got an input for an analog telephone. You can record your phone calls on.
Wow.
Get out of here. Oh my God.
And it's kind
Richard
of
Nixon might have
got
had that
everything.
same exact model. Yeah.
and so this is kind of a sorry, excuse me. I'll take some pictures and send it to you when you post this. But
Neat.
it's got some, it's got built-in speakers and it's got all this kind of stuff. And it's but yeah, it's really fun little gift. It's a project piece, obviously, because I don't expect it to work perfectly,
Yeah.
and it's not working perfectly yet. But you can buy like little stuff to fix it for cheap because they have the pieces out there on eBay and whatever. So that was actually that was a lot of fun. And they they wrapped all the 8 tracks and just kind of spread them around. So like, or not 8 tracks, sorry, the all the reel to reels. So, and I mean, if you guys, Matt's probably been, but you haven't, Dawson, been in a recording studio. It's still the stuff that that they used to record on. So it's like this analog tape. It's like a big cassette tape.
I've been in a couple, if it counts, my brother's television station in Missouri.
yeah.
They have got a recording studio in there.
That's nice.
cool.
Yeah. So,
So,
like
yeah.
they're kind of out of favor, but there's a couple. I recorded a couple records on tape, and it's just it's just nicer. It's a warmer. It's kind of like it's kind of like vinyl. It captures different stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so that was Christmas. It was a lot of fun. And one more thing. So this is so Sally's kids were there, and for their Christmas gift, they're like 13 and 16. They want cash, right?
Yeah.
That's what they want. And so last year when we were driving home from Easter, I had Lincoln, which is her son, and her stepson Sam, and I was going home from like 2 hours away, and I was like, I don't know what your address is. Can you tell me? And they're like, no, they didn't know their home address, and I was like, what?
How
Like,
old are
Not
they?
okay.
no,
Not
they're
okay.
high school and grade school, like 8th grade and like sophomore. And so I was just like, no. I was like,
Oh
and
wow.
and I was like, how do you not know? So I tried to call Sally. Sally didn't answer. I was like, I got totally lost. And they're like, well, we know how to get to our school. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's great. And so, and they're like, if you can get to the school, we can tell you how to get home from there. So what should have taken an hour and 45 minutes took 3.5 hours to get home.
Oh, the youth of America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
No.
that is.
So
Heartbreaking.
before we opened gifts, I said, all right, we're gonna play a little game. I was like, here's some money. I put it on the table. I said, give me your phones. He said, okay, all right. I said, give him paper and a pencil and a pen. And I said, if you can write your home address, I will give you $20 each. And so they're like, okay. And I'm like, and they were able to do it. Although they did something very interesting. I thought they both put their zip code in front of the state. So I don't know
Really?
what that is about. But
I don't know either.
I
Oh
don't
no.
either.
Oh,
and
that
then
hurts.
I put down $100 bill and I said,
Ooh.
you have 10 seconds to write down your social security number. And neither one of them knew what a social security number was.
Well, in fairness, I didn't know my social security number until I was a freshman in college because I had to keep giving it to people,
That's
and
what
then it just got ingrained. Yeah.
That's
So
yeah, and
that's
so like
not so much
That's
about
true.
me.
That's
but
yeah.
I didn't want to lose $100, so I was just kind of my thing of like I
Great.
knew for sure
Yeah.
like they
You-
wouldn't
Yeah.
know it.
You,
It's
So,
a
like,
good bit.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
but what turned out about it was what was great is that we had a long discussion about what social security numbers are, why they exist, and why you should know them at least the last 4 numbers. And so Lincoln actually memorized his while sitting there, and so
Very nice. Okay,
yeah,
good.
so it was actually a teachable moment in Christmas, and it was a lot of fun. So anyway, so Christmas was great. It was great.
You're a good uncle, Tice.
You are.
A
I-
funkle, as they say.
Yes.
I try. Oh, fun. I try. How are you? What have you guys been up to? Sorry, I've been talking a lot.
Smith, what have you been up to?
Just thinking of playing another game with How Dumb Are You with Uncle Tyson. I'll give you $20.
It's on a lot of cash.
I love it. That's great. Put that on the YouTubes and shit. I'd watch that.
That I would watch. I would watch the shit out of that.
We need to teach the kids. All right. Like,
We do.
Yes. God.
We do. Oh.
So many things.
I'm good. It's getting real cold, and we got a shit ton of snow. So that sucks.
oh, okay. Well,
great.
Howie loves the snow, though. So if we're really focused on Howie's needs, Howie's loving this. We love going out, making snow cones, just running around. Like he loves the snow a lot, but we do not like the snow and it's slip. And like we're we're both pretty aware that we're gonna slip on this ice and break an ankle and and we're gonna have to wear one of those. We're gonna get one of those fancy middle-aged skateboards you see, and
yeah.
want that. So it's been a little challenge. But he loves the snow. It's very excited about the snow. It finally all melted. It finally got like above like 40 today, so it all kind of
good. Okay.
And we're just in that gross, filthy stage, the filth stage where like fights are breaking out the car, the car wash.
Yeah.
And, crazy. I was gonna get my car washed today. Insane. I
bet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say when you said 40 degrees, I was like,
oh my god, no! Like it was like
to clean that shit off.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, where do you people work? And no, they're just everywhere. And so I was like, all right, can't even. I was even gonna do the self-serve one, and it was still like packed. And there's only one way through those new car washes. You don't want to get stuck. You have to commit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't commit, so it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Does Howie eat snow? Because our dogs eat the snow.
I don't think he really eats it. He loves putting his nose in it though. So he loves, to be fair, he loves putting his nose into anything. But especially, and how? But he
had to wait until my wheeze was over. Go on.
He does love sticking it into snow. And then it comes up and he's got that cute little, it's just adorable.
He's such a boy sticking it in the snow.
He really is. He's sticking it in the snow. He's gotten used to poop. We're a little concerned about the pooping because it's a little bit different when you're on on the ice shelf as opposed to the grass. He got the hang of it pretty quickly. So he's having a good winter. Cabin almost done.
Yay!
We got the countertop installed today, and they just have few little things to wrap up. But our plan is to spend a lovely New Year's few days out there in the wilderness. So we have toilet, we have heat. Everything else we can improvise.
What kind of stove do you have out there? Electric, gas?
Oh, we have an electric stove. We have a Samsung. It's a little company out of North Korea or South Korea. Pretty sure it's South Korea.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's got like a convection oven. Really excited about our fridge.
That's so exciting. It's so close.
Our fridge has 2 different ice modes.
Oh,
that's not crushed and not crushed, by the way. It's like pellet and like another option. So I can have 2 different kinds of ice. Has a pitcher built in, so you don't have to use the little the thing. You just. I'm very excited. New appliances are something that you don't get very often and lend to a lot of happiness. So
that they do.
Most basic necessities are appliances. Yeah, typically.
That's true. It is true.
So excited about that. Very close on that. And we're heading to Kansas on Saturday. So it's Christmas time. She's here again. Which is freaking nuts. I don't know. The Christmas magic left me long ago. But it'd be nice to have a little bit. And it just doesn't, So usually, once we get to haze and all that kind of makes it Christmas. But other than that, it's just kind of cold.
Do your parents maintain the pool over the winter?
They do not. They do not heat the pool over. And I guess if you're insane, you can just heat your outdoor pool all year long.
It's very expensive.
Sure it's ungodly expensive. That would be fun. I don't know if they could kick it on for a night or two. I don't think that's a thing. But no, they don't, unfortunately, because that is really the best time of year to visit Dave and Ray.
Now it's time to get them a hot tub.
Yeah, that's
to complement the pool.
That's a very good point that I will make over Christmas dinner.
I will say the kids were in mom and dad's hot tub, and they were out there forever, and it was freezing. It was very cold.
Kids love a hot tub. Yeah, it doesn't matter what temp it is.
They did this weird thing where they were in there, and then they stuck their heads out until their hair froze.
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
came
yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
with their new wave hairstyles. It was great. And
Oh, it's cute.
honestly, as soon as Lincoln walked in, Sally goes, "You look like Matt Smith," and he did.
Aw, buddy.
Oh, very nice.
I love it.
So yeah, no, we're doing that, and we're going to see A Christmas Story tomorrow night. With it's a Q&A with Peter Billingsley.
Oh,
So
cool.
very
Oh,
excited. We have Kathy got awesome seats, and so I'm super excited.
where
To
is
do
it
that.
at, Smith? Is
It's at
it
bigger venues here. It's at the Marat is what they call it, the Egyptian
okay?
room. I think
Oh,
Marat in downtown Indianapolis,
I would so
right
go to
across
that.
the.
Oh, that's
Right,
so badass.
I'm excited. Yeah, we've gone to a few of these. We saw who did we see last time? We saw Anthony Michael Hall was probably that we saw
Yeah.
him not too long ago, and they're fun. So it's it'll be. I obviously love that movie, and it'll be really cool and right up there, real close. So so I'm excited about
Hell
that.
yeah.
And then we're going to the cabin, checking on progress, and then heading home. We're going to stop somewhere. I think we're stopping in Lawrence on the way back because we were able to accommodate Howie. That's always adding an additional. I'm sure Tyson, you're not aware of that at all, but the dogs add a whole new dynamic to
It's like having a kid.
where you're actually able to stay, and it is exactly like having a child. But just no, it's exactly like having a child.
Oh,
You get away with a
It
little
sounds
more.
like it. Yeah.
Is there a meet and greet with Peter Billingsley? Do you gonna?
No, I think there probably was. I'm guessing there was like the added option of paying another $200
Oh yeah,
to
probably.
meet
Yeah,
and greet. I gotta. And I think I've mentioned this before, but meet and greets make me so freaking uncomfortable because I just don't enjoy
Yeah.
it. Like I'm not like the part of me that is like, "Hi, how you doing? I paid $200 to touch you," is like it doesn't balance out with how cool I think it. So I have mixed feelings.
You just gotta hook me up with like a question. Like what I would ask Peter Billingsley was like, so how did you get involved with Vince Vaughn and to do the swinger stuff because you were involved with those guys, right? And that's a great leading question. He could talk about that for 5 minutes and you just be out the door.
A question is very good. Also trying to make them laugh. Like that's always been a goal. Any time I've had a meet and greet, and I've actually been pretty successful with it. So
well, that's a good idea.
You got
hopefully
Bazan,
that continues.
You got Bazan on the phone. I handed you the phone and you made him laugh. So I mean, that was good.
But I will say that is the one time that I couldn't like have any follow through. And then your sister, what came out, remember, and was like, "Hey, do you like holding her hand out?" Because long story short, people, we went to see David Bazan at what was it, Granada, Tice?
Yeah,
Years ago.
It was at the Bottleneck.
Was it Bottleneck?
Yeah.
And he was doing the merch booth, and I got real nervous in line, and I just couldn't do it. So I bolted. And then Sally, Tyson's sister, came out holding her hand up. And I'm like, "What's wrong? Like, what's wrong with your hand?" And she goes, "Do you want to touch my hand?" And I'm like, "No." "Why?" And she's like, "Do you want to touch the hand that touched the beard of David Bazan?" And immediately I got tunnel vision and was just like, yes. It was probably one of my favorite moments.
Actually,
it was very sweet.
I was talking about when he played my house. Matt was there. And I put him on the phone with you.
But that was the first time I botched it, and then
you did the tag.
Yeah. But yeah,
anyway,
I'm with you, Smith. The meet and greets are weird. It's weird.
But anyway, now I'll be ready next time. Sage advice from Tyson Dynas as always. Have a prepared question. You'll be just fine.
Don't have it on a piece of paper that will make you shake, though. Yeah, have it memorized. Yeah.
In the time that you were working with the
wait, please hold. Yeah.
What was it working with Gavin DeGraw?
What is your home address and social security number?
Can we be friends after this? I really like you.
Can you confirm how many Bumpus's dogs there were? Because online they say there's 15. Some people say 17.
You're right. I should have a question prepared for the Q&A itself, just in case.
Something.
Because I had a good one. I had a good one for Anthony Michael Hall, and so I want to have a
What was your question from Anthony Michael Hall?
Oh, I asked him about this movie made like, it was fucking total nerd question. I made about this movie about Microsoft and Apple, like during like the early 80s wars where he paid Bill Gates. And I was like, one of my, favorite
that's a deep
work.
cut right there.
It was.
That
And
is a deep cut.
And he did. And I asked him for a
Appreciated,
story,
though,
and he gave me a story. And yeah, no, it was good. It was good. So I was excited. So we'll see. It would be very excited to be able to dress Peter Billingsley.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
well, keep us posted.
Probably ask a question about the Dirt Bike Kid. Probably ask a question about a different movie altogether, just because.
Just to mix it up.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about it.
If I had a question to ask Peter Billingsley, I would ask him how he feels about the 24 hours of Christmas Story and that phenomenon that has happened. Like that is such. I'm sure he gets that question all the time, but that is such a weird phenomenon. Like they advertise. I was at home watching cable at mom and dad's house, and they're like, "You're looking forward to it, 24 hours of Christmas Story on TBS," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I am actually."
I love it because I think like it, because it was not a critical or commercial success when it was released in '83, like at all.
I will say that I saw it in the theater twice.
Did you really? Wow,
oh, that's cool.
We went, and my mom and her two sisters took the kids to see it in the theater. And they laughed so hard that the next day we all went back again and watched it with their husbands.
Alita has exquisite taste because yes, that was a smart move because it made it did not make money.
No, it did not do well.
It didn't make much.
And it really did not catch until they started doing the 24 hours. Like it did okay on VHS. That's when I saw it in probably like '86 for the first time at school. I remember that day. And but I bet they've been doing the 24 hours of Christmas Story for 30 years.
Well, I bet it's been a while.
Let someone consult with the intern. How long? Which AI tool should I use?
I feel so bad for our interns. They're ignored.
Don't use Grok.
They're not paid. Yeah.
A Christmas Story.
I don't use Grok.
No one should.
No.
Grok no one should, and also no one should recruit people that work on Grok. Yeah. I had a whole conversation about that at work the other day. They were like, "You bring up good points." I'm like, "Yep."
97 was the first year they did that. So they're on their 28th year of that's what I call unfortunate math. Every time I have to look at a 1990s date, that's unfortunate math.
I know.
God
sad.
damn it. God damn it.
So old.
So old. Yeah, but the alternative would be like, being younger and having to, appreciate
deal with all
culture.
that. Yeah.
You know how bad pop culture is now. I couldn't do it.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. It's so
Bless
bad.
the 90s. Bless you. In the 80s.
I know.
Great times to be alive.
So Dawson, what are you up to? How are the next few?
Well, things at work are slowing down finally. So hip hip hooray. I'm excited about that. What have we done? We got a tree last weekend. We're a little late on that, but whatever. And we got some really cool ornaments to add to it, including a Nintendo game, like one of the old controllers and some other fun things that we happened to find. So, I mean, it's basically like grown-up little kids decorated our tree. I'll post a picture of it. But I'm also in the process of getting through this box of crap, as I've been calling it, that my dad has had in his basement forever. And I showed the guys some really amazing things that I found this past week.
Yes.
You need to frame some of that. You really need to mount it and frame that thing from the church.
Oh, yeah. So the thing that I sent the guys, and I might post, I might not, because who knows, Faceplace may come after us. But it's basically shit that my mom had saved from this thing that we did back in the it was the late 80s, called Mommy Daughter Day. And it happened in the church basement of Trinity Lutheran in Hayes, America, where my best friends, Charlotte and Twig, then Beth, and our mothers were forced to learn about sex, our sexuality, all day from Miriam Shapiro. And so my mom had saved, and the way that she saved it was pretty funny because it's like right between like cute little We Friends preschool stuff and Wilson Warriors
Oh, We
elementary school.
Friends.
Oh
Big
yeah.
We Friends fan.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
with Louise Younger. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is so cute. And then I find a dick and balls, and you had to describe, off to the right what they were. Like shit like that. And I'm like, God damn it, mom. But I also laughed my ass off. There's just a lot of stuff like that. It's very mixed bag in there. So I'll be sure to post more findings, but I gotta say, there's some crap in there. Lots of weird Polaroid pictures. Also, and I saved this for the podcast, I found a handful of notes that I had saved from middle school and high
Oh, wow.
school. One of the notes is from Jessica Grubbs talking to me about how she can't wait to fuck this guy that she met on MySpace.
That's nice.
It is amazing. That one made me cry laughing. I miss her. I do miss her.
Awesome.
Anyway, great stuff. It's just a treasure trove of bullshit from the past.
Yeah. It was a thing of beauty. I was like, wow. I was like, something about like the third grade writing style next to the diagrams of genitalia. Just a little something like there's a Netflix docuseries in here somewhere.
There's something. I mean, I sent it to Charlotte and Twig, and Twig's response was, "When are we writing this book?" And I'm like, "I'm ready when you are," because it was so traumatic. And then, after lunch, we had to separate from our mothers, and we had to join a table of just us girls. And there was a pumpkin, like a big orange plastic pumpkin, and you had to ask at least 3 questions to Miriam and the moms and put it in the pumpkin. And supposedly it was anonymous.
The level of detail you display here absolutely informs trauma. Like, absolutely, you had some trauma. You so vividly remember this pumpkin.
We were so pissed. We didn't even talk to our moms at lunch. They laughed at us the whole time. Like, they did it to traumatize us. It was not educational.
Don't get pregnant. That's
assholes. Lovely assholes. We miss them. R.I.P. But goddamn, it was something. Yeah,
that was something. Yeah,
I like. I was kind of like, because it was like a typewriter thing, right? Like back then. And so like I kind of was looking at it and being like, I wonder what font they would use if they had like.
But it was like Miriam's like ledger, like you could see her shit at the bottom of it. Like, it's a very old school.
She had a revision date. She had a revision date of like March '85. Like, she was on top of her shit. Like, because like genitalia could have changed.
That's true. Yeah.
Between, but this was Miriam Shapiro. If anybody listening to this from Hayes, if you ever came across Miriam, she probably in the first 2 minutes of conversation was like, how does your vagina feel today if you're a woman? Or how does your penis feel if you're a man? Like, shit like that. She just no filter.
Yeah, I know the name, and she did look familiar because we.
Smith, ask your mom, or ask your sister, ask your brother. I'm sure they're all traumatized by her somehow, some way.
It's good. It's like
the gift that keeps on giving.
It's like Hayes' own Dr. Ruth. I like that.
She really is.
That's
she's like in California, I guess, according to her LinkedIn.
If she is not on the Hayes, Kansas Wikipedia page as a
Dr. Ruth,
as a noted
person, noted persons, I'm going to add her as a noted person.
That's good. That's good stuff.
She deserves that honor. She deserves that honor.
Yeah, she really does. She really does. Miriam, hope you're well. I hope you listen to this someday.
She's like in California now. She's like living on the West Coast.
She's living her life. She's living her best life. She's done teaching about cocks and pineapples.
She like looked back at Kansas in 1994 and was like, I've done all I can do. It's up to them now.
I keep thinking about that revision from like '85, and it's like, she's like, okay, it's not called a nutsack anymore. It's called a scrotum. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to I don't know.
That whole line about douching, like shit like that. I'm like, wow, it's just. It
was a lot.
There's a lot going on there.
A lot of information on one piece of paper, and I would not have done as well as you did.
Respond back to Tyson and I for a good 5 minutes, and then he was just like, "Yeah, I just learned a lot." of outdated
like,
material.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why that hurts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Fun day
A lot of
for us
information.
all.
A lot of
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Great times.
How
Great
did you
times.
did you get to talk, Matt, or did you have to go and how did that work for you?
So I did get the talk.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I
By who?
believe my father.
Okay.
And it was in Wichita, Kansas, and I think 1988 after the Super Bowl. The reason why I say this is because and again, it could be my mind playing tricks on me, but I don't think it is because I remember my dad sitting in this blue chair that we had in our living room, and I think that was the same night that like the pilot episode of The Wonder Years was on.
Oh, Jesus
I think
Christ!
something came
my
up.
God!
I think something nostalgic melding forced him to. But here's the thing: I don't remember the exact conversation. I don't remember the exact conversation that we had, but my impression, my understanding of the process and how children were made, based on the description that Dave gave me, was two people. Very like they make an appointment. They go to both parents make an appointment. They go into the bathroom together. They stand up and they had some sort of device which they put in between them, and they made a baby.
That's true.
That was the impression that I got. Not too off base, depending on your religion and preferences, but. Well, no, that was like the, so yeah, that was the explanation that I got, and for it was quickly corrected by a kid on the bus. I like to say. Very, very quickly.
Plus the kids on the bus or the kids on the playground that set you straight. Yeah,
there were like these, but because again, these were probably like fourth graders. Maybe fifth graders, but I remember there was like these two badass kids on the bus that had like jean jackets, and like I remember one was showing me the Motley Crue tape with the pentagram on the cover, and I remember they both had like Metallica on their jeans. They were like the toughest shits in the world, and they were probably 9. But
wow.
But one of those kids, he explained sex to me, and he, as I like to also
were you like, what exactly is the device? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He just gave it to me raw, and but he also told me there was no Santa Claus, which not in that order. So it was kind of So he also ruined his Christmas. Yeah. Speaking of Christmas, that was when Christmas magic died. Tyson was on the bus.
Wow. Actually, no, pinpointed it.
It did last longer than that. It really was. Because I remember a year where I think I was in middle school, and it just didn't feel like Christmas. And so I shit you not, I went in the basement with a cassette of a Chipmunks Christmas, and I'm like, God damn it, you're going to listen to this tape until you feel like it's Christmas again. Oh, never really happened. I know.
Buddy.
I know. I still love that tape, but it didn't. So yeah, I don't know why it leaves. I don't know. It doesn't have to.
It'll come back. It
doesn't leave everyone. Let me put it that way. It does not. I do kind of envy those people.
I wish it would leave some people.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like kind of a half envy, half hate sort of relationship. But you know,
I
got
to talk because my parents heard that some kids were saying the F word
How old were you, Tice?
I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and I think they heard. I think Dad started the whole thing with like I was in my bed, I was reading a comic book, a Superman comic book. I remember exactly which comic book I was reading.
I bet you do.
And he was like, he had a book, and he was like, I think he said something along the lines of, I know you've probably heard a lot of language at recess that is confusing. And I was like, what? And then I kind of knew what sex was anyway, because Dad had a crate of penthouses or Playboys or something, and I had broken into that when I was like a kindergartner. And so anyway, when I remember being so sneaky.
How you learned to read, Tyson.
I do remember stealing one of the Playboys or penthouses or whatever, and I remember that I wanted to hide it, and so I hid it behind the toilet.
Penetration.
No, I hid it behind the toilet, like the worst hiding place in the world. You know, where you can clearly see around the throne of a toilet. I
Yeah.
just put it back
Yeah.
there. And I do remember my dad saying this at a party one time. He was like, "Well, I had to get rid of the penthouses and the Playboys because Tyson was reading them," and I was like, like that's a weird thing to say at a party.
Jesus.
Anyway, but it's true. I was, but I knew what sex was, and so like I didn't know the mechanics. I just
Ugh.
anyway, and so Dad, he's like, I think you've heard stories about blah blah blah, and so he read me this thing about how it worked, and I just didn't look at him at all the
So he
entire
had like
time.
a prepared speech. He brought like a prepared speech.
He brought a book, and he was reading from the book.
Oh.
And so I just was I was just staring like 1,000-yard stare
Yeah.
at my comic
Yeah.
book, being like, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
look up. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I'm read the same balloon 50 times
Yeah.
in a row. And like just kept doing it and whatever. And so that was my talk. But I learned this a few years ago, several years ago. Is Sally and I were hanging out outside, and I was like a senior or something, and Sally was like a freshman. I was like, "You're gonna love sex, Sally. It's so much fun. It's like great, and it's like blah 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 blah." She told me years later. She's like, "I never had the talk." She's like, and she goes, she literally says, she goes, "Yep, that was my sex talk. Childhood ruined." And which is the exact quote, and I laughed. I mean, that's a hilarious quote. But yeah, but basically, she didn't have the talk the entire time. I had the talk in second grade. I assumed she had the talk, but no, she was like, "Nope, you were the person that gave me the sex
Lita
talk."
should have gotten the memo about the mommy-daughter days happening in Hayes, America. God.
I think this is correct. I mean, Sally will text you if I'm wrong, but as she does. We have a weird system of like, my family likes to correct the podcast when
They do. I do like to get those text messages like every couple weeks. Those are good.
Anyway,
Keep them coming, fam. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was actually the first time we covered that, and that was very interesting. But I do like the idea that the sex talk happened on the Super Bowl night and the Wonder Year night, and that and then you had to write things next to a scrotum on a piece of paper.
In my church basement.
In the basement of the church.
Good times. Good times. Yeah. That's why I've been in therapy most of my life. There's lots of little times like that,
It's a whole conglomerate of experiences that leads you straight down that road to therapy.
Sparkling personality now. So much self-awareness. It's insane. Yeah.
You should try to you should do like a Facebook group or something for survivors of this.
Yeah, you should.
Like who else you can what other stories?
Survivors of Miriam Shapiro.
Survivors is a little all right. Patron. I don't know. Somewhere between survivor and patron. I don't know.
Figure it out. I still need to reach out to Sarah Brown because Twig's convinced that she was there too and mortified as well. And I don't remember her being there. But she may have. I feel like there were other friends there that I just blocked out and just focused on my two best friends.
You had to ask a frog. That we had. What did you have to ask in the center of the table?
You had to ask a question, right? You had to put a question in the.
We had to put at least 3 questions in the pumpkin.
In the pumpkin.
So that Miriam and the moms could answer those.
And this was happening at Halloween?
That's the name of the documentary.
That's the thing, Tyson. I'm glad you brought that up. It was in the summertime. It was not Halloween. She just had a fucking plastic pumpkin and ruined Halloween to a certain extent. She's like, God damn it, I gotta go do another one of these mommy-daughter days. What do I have? That'll do.
How do you even find a pumpkin in the middle of the summer?
I don't know. Again, Miriam Shapiro's a wackadoo. Loved her, but God.
I also went to a Lutheran school, a gutter Catholic, as they like to call us.
Yes.
And
perfect terminology.
I used to tease the other Catholics. They're like, you with your 7 sacraments. Fuck you, we got 2. Yeah. Fighting wit even back then, but but yeah, I can't even imagine that happening at our Lutheran church. There's just no way. We had no Mary Shapiro. There was no equivalent of that in Waukee, I don't think.
Yeah, no, the Presbyterians were a very similar story. There was That would have been real. Yeah, no.
It would have been above
We
and
would have been,
beyond.
yeah.
Not gonna happen. Yeah.
Also, Shapiro, was she Jewish? And
Yes.
she was,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
she worked the Lutheran circuit, on her off time.
She worked the Lutheran circuit. She probably tried the Presbyterian circuit. She definitely made everybody at Fort Hayes uncomfortable because her husband taught strings. It was just Miriam was everywhere. She's just like in all the corners and all the facets,
Good for
talking
her.
about sex and sexuality. To her credit, I will say she started PFLAG, which was a big damn deal and needed to get started in freaking Hayes for kids who were coming out. Which didn't happen for a very long time. But she was an advocate for people, and minorities when there wasn't one. So, in all fairness, Miriam, she broke down some walls, but the way she did it, damn, I mean, bulldoze, blew them up.
Ripping
good
off
times.
the Band-Aid of bigotry. Yep.
And then some.
Wow.
Do we do
On
some?
that note,
Yeah, sure will.
you guys want to get into some headlines?
Sure.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Headline of the week.
So this headline popped up right after our last one, our last podcast. This is from Variety. Steve Cropper, legendary guitarist of Booker T and the MGs, Otis Redding and the Blues Brothers, dies at 84. Personal hero of mine. A guy would do stuff that was just like, it wasn't like Eddie Van Halen stuff, but he also wrote a bunch of songs. He wrote Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I think he wrote Soul Man. He definitely wrote Son of a Preacher Man. I mean, he was on, like, he was just, he did all this amazing stuff, and he was basically one of those studio musicians. So like he was like he was just a hell of a guitar player. So he played on Green Onions, which is a Booker T and the Energy song. He played on Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, In the Midnight Hour, 6345759, Knock on Wood, one of my favorite songs, Raise Your Hand, and Suki Suki. And then he played, and he was in the Blues Brothers, and he was in the movie, and he was those thing. Anyway, if you don't know who he is, you should just type his name into to YouTube and listen to some of his work. He's got a very distinctive guitar style, and it's not flashy, but it's perfect. So,
what was his name again, Tyson?
Steve Cropper, Cropper, Steve Cropper. Just an unbelievable guitar player. If you've heard that song "Soul Man," I'm a soul man.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And you hear this guitar, that tells you everything you need to know about how that guy's work. Anyway, this is from Reuters. I don't have a lot of political stuff this week. We talked before the show about how just depressing it's been lately, but Congo fighting flares within hours of Trump's peace deal ceremony. The rebel groups say government-backed forces are attacking. Congolese government accuses Rwandan forces of bombing. Escalation follows. New peace deal signed in Washington. Yeah, literally hours after that thing was signed, which was obviously not going to work. There was a big fight. So good work. Let's go ahead and chalk that up for another amazing Trump win.
Yay!
That guy is so close.
What a guy!
He's so close to dying. He's just like, I'm gonna build everything up in my name, and then I'm gonna, he's like, I gotta get like 10 peace prizes, and I gotta, and he got the peace prize for FIFA, which was made up and bullshit.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
It was.
He put the medal on at the ceremony immediately. Like, what a fucking numbnut.
Oh, he's a 7-year-old. Oh my god.
He really is. He really is.
This is from NPR National. Speaking of Trump, NPR National Park's fee-free calendar drops MLK Day, Juneteenth, and adds Trump's birthday.
Wow.
It doesn't seem a Trump administration, which has rallied against what it describes as woke policies, removed MLK Day.
It's only been a year, guys. It's only been a year.
June, it's not
Choke
even
on
been
that.
It's not even been
Choke
a year.
Juneteenth.
Well, this latest run, I mean.
That's true. You're right.
Christ.
No, I mean, removed MLK Day and Juneteenth from next year's list of fare-free days for visitors at Desert National Park. Now, in a weird loophole, Flag Day is technically his birthday. So, but like,
he loves a flag. I
He
mean,
loves
they've got a thing going on,
They have.
so
You have seen many pictures of him hugging that flag, that American flag. You know, like which is the most respectful thing you can do. I'm sure he doesn't know that if an American flag, touches the ground, you're supposed to burn it. But I think if Trump touches a flag, you probably should burn it. But that is
I
just an
agree.
easy joke, and I'm sorry I made it. Let's see. So yeah, so he's an egomaniac, crazy pants. No, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's just weird. Merriam-Webster's word of the year for 2025 is
Oh,
slop.
yes. Yes.
The AI generated junk that fills our social media feeds. Again, we've talked about this before, that we're hoping that slop actually chases people off digital media because no one will know what's real or not anymore. I'd like to think that
Yep.
that's going to happen.
That would be a beautiful thing.
I think it might actually work because those dummies and metaverse and like those, I mean, they're planning on filling it with generated slop they make themselves, and it's like the
Oh
worst
yeah.
idea in the world. And so, like, so anyway, the word of the year is slop. Now, this is kind of interesting. Slop first appeared in the 1700s to describe soft mud. In the 1800s, it was used to refer to food waste. Its definition evolved to include a product of little or no value, per Merriam-Webster's announcement. Today, the publisher defines the word as digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. The word sounds like what it means, like slime, sludge, and muck. Slop has the wet sound of something you don't want to touch. I don't know. I was going to make a sex joke there. Slop oozes into everything. So anyway, yeah, and they said that slop is the latest word of the year that refers to the internet's ugly side. Oxford University Press chose rage bait, which refers to online content designed to elicit anger in order to drive traffic, as the word of the year. Dictionary.com's pick was 6'7", a term popular among kids that drove the adults in their lives crazy, perhaps because it has no clear definition at all. So I told you last time that I was at Thanksgiving and I said 6'7", and I learned that when adults say 6'7", the kids get
Yes.
mad, right?
Yeah.
So when I went home, maybe I told you this last time, I said, "Hey Leah," because she's the younger one, and every time somebody says 6'7", she goes,
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
And I
part of
said,
it.
"Leah,
Yeah.
do you know what the zip code here is at this house?" And she's like, "No." I said, "It's 67672." And she lost her mind. She's like, "Lincoln!" Like, so, kids. Let's see what else. I got one more, I think. Sally sent me this actually, and I had read it, but I was like, oh. So this is from Smart News. I don't know where that's from. Women's farts smell worse
Oh,
than men's, and there's science to
I think
Uh-oh.
back
we
it up.
lost Tyson again.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
oh,
Okay.
sorry. Did you hear my headline?
Nope. Didn't
Okay.
hear it.
This is from Sally. Smart News. Women's farts smell worse than men's, and there's science to back it up.
That is that is mm,
The
that
battle
is true.
The battle, let's see, the battle of the sexes just got stinkier. On average, humans farts up to 23 times a day, but not all those toots are created equal. And then so research shows that women's gas smells, and that's where the paywall hits. So I'm done. So anyway, I did see that. I did see that headline a couple times. So anyway, that's there's some. I don't know. I don't know why it matters. They all smell kind of bad. So
They're all terrible, but I will say you guys and your shits are the worst.
okay,
I will say that. Like,
okay.
women's gas, awful. Men's deuces, the worst. The worst. The older you get, the worse it gets. Nothing makes me cry or like really freak out than if I have to walk into the bathroom after my father. I have lost my mind plenty of times. It is the worst.
There's
So
a
anyway, I'll
there's a
stand by that.
there's a condition in the Dynus family called chicken shits, chicken farts. And basically, what happens is my dad and my sister and I, when we eat chicken, we have terrible, terrible farts. And my mom named this back when Dad and her were like dating or just married. And when we eat chicken, it is exponentially worse. And it
What
is
is it about chicken?
I don't know. It's a known quantity in the family. Beth knows about it. She's like, "Is that it? Did you have a chicken fart?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
That's funny.
yeah. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a genetic defect or whatever. But yeah. So
Could be.
there is a thing about I will give you the fact that some people just have really bad smelling shit, I guess would be a good way to say it.
I will say Sarah Glassman has both bad smelling shit and farts. She is probably the worst.
Okay.
And I'll stand by that.
Yeah. You can always find her at casino.
That's true. She'll just blend in there.
Oh, those are my headlines, by the way.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, never one to pass up an obvious segue. This comes from the Texas Tribune. Enforcement of Texas bathroom bill draws challenges as colleges, cities implement new policies. It said in the first week, one group's test of the new restrictions was ID checks at the women's restroom at the Capitol, while the Austin City Council moved to circumvent the law's intent. So they actually had the State Department of Public Safety officers, state troopers, basically guarding and IDing at the women's bathroom in Texas to make sure so anyway,
wow,
nice work, Texas.
It's a great way to use those resources.
So glad I don't live there anymore.
I know. That was always the problem with Austin. It's because its soul, you thought it was hip and cool, but its fucking soul was Texas. And so you can't,
It's true.
That was the problem. And my God, I promise my last piece of state legislature news for at least the year. The Indiana GOP's defiance shows Trump is losing juice. So if you missed it, they reconvened session here in early December because after they refused to do a special session, they just decided to go back to work early. And so one of the first pieces of legislation was to redistrict for dipshit to give us 2 more Indiana Republicans. And by a pretty overwhelming majority, it lost on third reading. Was it earlier late last week?
Yeah, it was late. Yeah, it was last week.
And Tyson, the interesting thing about it is it was a showdown because stuff doesn't get to the floor like that unless it's meant to. So I have a feeling that it was and Braun, our immense piece of shit governor, just a gigantic piece of shit, even for a Republican. He basically, I think what happened was, he basically dared them to say well, let's go. If you're going to vote, they'll put up your vote, and they destroyed him. There is definitely hope on the horizon. He is giving a primetime speech which they probably told him was 4 p.m. But tonight to let us know of his accomplishments over the last year, because of course that's what it would be about. So I assume we'll talk about I don't want to talk about his comments on Reiner. We'll talk about that.
I read that part of the reason they didn't get that redistricting thing is because of the way they treated Mike Pence, and everybody's like a big Mike Pence proponents.
Really, that's interesting. Yeah, well, they did try to hang him.
Yeah, they were like, "Well, fuck you. I mean, you did this to one of our own," and so.
Yeah.
So
look, it's a good thing. Look, the bar is low, but I will take a low bar.
Exactly.
Really
that's
sad
true.
to see. But no, he is. Again, it's the question of he is a 79-year-old second-term president. What the fuck is he giving you? What is he going to do for you? Because there is no successor. There's not. I don't get it. I don't. There probably will be AI Trump, and it will probably be nicer, more thoughtful.
Yeah, it probably will be.
One can only hope. One can only hope. I can't wait. All right, let's move on. California police find a Christmas free weed display that was anything but jolly. The holidays can be stressful, we get it, but leaving a box of free marijuana on the sidewalk is not how you spread cheer to the neighborhood.
No.
In what may seem like a season of giving, but even Santa might draw the line at this. Police in California said they found a Christmas display near a high school giving away jars of marijuana. That's nice. That's a considerate goal right there.
I love it.
Yeah. And so now there was a considerable, a decent amount of weed in each jar too, like jelly jars, but with weed. I'm sure it's probably free cheap, but yeah. Anyway, another reason why I wish I lived in California. Follow-up story to raccoons ratted again. This comes from Fox 6 in Milwaukee. Raccoon falls through ceiling at Grand Geneva restaurant, bites guest. It's cold out there, folks.
Yeah.
This comes from Dexterto, probably fake, but we didn't do a lot of due diligence this week. Government employees caught using masks of colleagues to trick facial recognition and skip work. So government staff in China have been exposed for gaming a facial recognition system, and you can actually see like other stills of the employees like holding. So they were basically,
that's
the
funny.
employees were there, they printed out their picture on a mask. And
that's excellent.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Awesome too.
Damn the man.
And finally, Denny's launches syrup-filled sneakers for National Maple Syrup Day. These just dropped today, December 2017, for $195 a pair. I'm not shocked to see if they were in stock. However, I'm guessing they are not. It basically says to celebrate National Maple Syrup Day, which is today. Congratulations, maple syrup. America's Diner is launching Sticky Kicks, limited edition high-top sneakers made with real Denny's syrup, sealed inside. Sticky, like sticky, because it's syrup and sticky. The over-the-top kicks were created in collaboration with footwear artist Dan Gamici, better known as Machi, and are designed to be a fun tribute to the topping that's been fueling the Grand Slams for decades.
So is this like is this like the gel and the heels? It's
effectively yes. So if you want to Google this, it basically has these little pouches. Think more the Reebok pump where the air pockets were, except now they've got syrup, and I guarantee are just as effective as the air and Reebok pumps were. So they actually are pretty styling. Like I would, not a lot of these things I mean, it's certainly better than the Pizza Hut wine, which came out a couple of years ago as far as these kind of promotions. I think it's cheaper too. So
made locally here in Kansas.
Yeah, I know. We missed out on that. Tyson, if we do that again, you got to get a bottle. Yeah. I know it will kill your wife, but just get one.
Fired up about this one, guys. That'd be the understatement of this century.
Who's our fourth member?
I don't know.
I know. I was like, who joined the team?
Apparently, it would be the understatement of the century.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, the intern has made his voice heard.
It's what happens when you go to those unknown news sites like Dexterto, isn't it? Might just pop on
Dexterto. I love that. It's my new favorite. Yeah.
Anyway, those are my headlines.
Hey. Very nice.
Thank you.
I just have a few. We'll just kick things off with a little Andy Dick update. So I don't know if you guys saw the video. Andy, of course, OD'd. TMZ reported it, and then the next day, he said, "Yeah, I did a little crack cocaine, no big deal." And then the day after that, he checked into rehab for probably, I don't know, the 10th, 20th time. I feel like everybody knows my husband used to live with Andy Dick, has amazing stories of living with him. Andy is an addict, and that guy's just he's never going to clean up. So unfortunately, this is just what he does every couple of years.
I didn't know he OD'd, but
I didn't see that. Yeah,
the video is pretty fucking awful, actually, but I don't know. Some people are saying he did it just so he could get back in the public eye or some shit. So who knows? Andy just is a slut for headlines. So it is what it is. Clean up, you dumbass. And then this comes from NBCnews.com. The Calibri font is the latest casualty in the Trump administration's war on diversity and inclusion. This is just fucking funny, but basically if you boil it down, they're getting rid of it because it was a part of the Biden push, from 2023, and made it easier for people to read documents who had vision impairments and things of that nature. And because he's just got it out for Biden and Obama, everything that isn't him, they got rid of it and got New Times Roman. Is that right? I think.
Yeah, so that's what they went back to. Yeah.
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 And what was the quote from Rubio about it?
Yeah.
Professionalism and formality. Bringing that back.
Yeah. Rubio
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Rubio.
I
God.
kind of used to kind of like him when he was mad at Trump, and now I'm just like, what
Now
is
he's
going on?
That guy sucks so hard.
Yes.
I will say, if you want to terrify yourself, have you guys seen the Vanity Fair photo shoot spread?
No.
I
Just Google that and
the only one
take
I
a
saw.
peek-see.
The only one I saw is somebody posted a close up of Caroline Levitt, and you can literally see the track marks in her lips from all the Botox that she.
Yeah, you both will enjoy it.
Yeah, I need
disgusting.
to. Yeah.
I mean, each of them, I don't know how they agreed to it, but it's Trump's little circle of minions. And they gave that like these crazy, awful, close-up shots. And Rubio's is one of the worst. Like one of the worst.
I may have to buy this episode.
You might have to buy the magazine for it and just keep it because it's pretty bad.
The story that I saw was that his chief of staff came out and said all this shit about how he's a nut and his comment was like, "Oh, she's great, she's fantastic," so I do need to read that because
I read the first half.
She said something, he acts like an alcoholic or something like that, and he was like, yeah, she's right, and I'm like, wow, she has his balls in a vice grip.
Well, she's Pat Summerall's daughter, and I know you guys don't know who Pat Summerall is, but he was John Madden's announcing co-partner for like 40 years in football.
Okay,
for real?
Yeah, so it's just like
wow.
This weird thing. And she said in the article, she's like, my dad was an alcoholic and an absent father, and so I can see how he is kind of acting that way based on how his father was. I mean, it's you should read it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's all on. By the way, she's like, it was all whatever they said. It's like in the wrong context, whatever. It's on tape. Everything is on tape. The whole interview is on tape.
It's always out of context, Tyson.
Yeah, I was just like,
out of context if I don't get to explain it later. I don't get to make excuses later is out of context.
My takeaway is that they're so I don't give a fuck, that administration, that she was like, I don't give a fuck about telling you the truth. And then she was like, oh, that looks bad, after it comes out because she told the truth, it's just all this weird shit. So anyway, definitely read the Vanity Fair thing. And I should buy it. What the hell? I don't have enough stuff.
I might buy it. I really might,
I mean, it's the most successful magazine of all time.
Yeah, it's a keepsake. And then I don't know if we want to talk about it's just been bumming me out, so whatever. Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle Singer are being found dead, and supposedly their son did it, and there's just a lot of shit that's coming out about it. All of it's awful. I feel so bad for everyone who knew and loved him. Just sucks.
He's the weirdest thing. Here's the weirdest things that I've heard about that so far, and it is really sad. Is that they got into a fight at Conan O'Brien's house. He had a party Saturday night. Apparently.
Yeah.
And they were worried about him, so they took him to the party.
Yeah.
And
keep an eye on him.
He kept wandering around being like, "What's your name? Are you famous? Like, what's your first name? What's your last name? Are you famous?" And he just kept.
Was it a bit that he was doing? Because didn't Bill Hader finally confront him and kick him out?
Bill Hader supposedly just said something along the lines of, "This is a private conversation. You need to leave me alone," or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
What he said exactly. Yeah. And then that was the part where he stormed off and left. And so, according to people that were at the party, I mean, who knows? But the weirdest thing was the weirdest thing to me was so the night before he talked to Eric Idle for like an hour on the phone, and that was the last celebrity person he talked to. And then the night that they were killed, they were supposed to have dinner with the Obamas.
Right.
Which is just like, Jesus Christ. So it's a real. And the weirdest thing that happened was we were literally watching Spinal Tap 2 when when the news came out. So it was just like this.
God
really
damn it.
So he's a fuck up, and he has problems with addiction, and that happens. But I don't know. That's a bad one. That's a bad way to go.
It is a bad way to go.
And his dad, Carl Reiner just died a couple of years ago. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. I think that as touching as that documentary was that came out about him 2 a couple of years ago, and yeah, it just hurt and made me pissed off, like in a way that I didn't know. I still, it would hurt
Right.
in the gut. It really, there's not a lot of things that do that anymore, unfortunately, but. It just because I just incredible talents, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have kids,
Oh
right?
my God, this is. Yeah.
Oh no,
So,
Bad joke.
Interesting to see what. Yeah.
My grandkids are gonna kill me.
Sometimes there's nothing happens with this story. You know what I mean? Like, it just continues to be sad.
No, it's terrible.
It just continues to be awful. And regardless of what happens to this piece of shit kid, it's just.
Well, and also his kids, like his daughter and his other son, and like supposedly she found them. Like, can you imagine? Fuck, right off.
No,
it's insane.
It's
Trump's response. I think we just might as well mention that, which was
fuck that guy. I could, really fuck that guy. But his response, fuck that guy.
I as soon as I can, as soon as it is set, I am buying a plane ticket to DC. I'm taking a cab to the cemetery, and I am pissing on that man's grave. I fucking had it. He is
heard it here first.
Human piece of shit. I was like, you son of a, you have to make it all about you, Donald, don't you? You son of a bitch.
Always.
God, he's just such a piece of shit.
Did he even say anything about Bondi Beach and what happened in Australia? No.
Probably not.
Fucking asshole. He's just a fucking asshole.
Oh, he thought Bondi Beach was the sequel to Hard Bodies. Like, he
oh,
God, wow. Hold that joke right out of 1989.
You've been on a tear, my friend.
Bringing the current jokes. Anyway, I will say though, I just thought of a great name for it as for your little excursion, and this was Jabberjaw investigates the pissing of 47, the pissing of 45 and 47.
Oh,
that's good.
Excellent. That's a good one.
Let's all go commit a federal crime together and get it on tape.
Probably do need to research. As soon as I get off this, I'm going to go research what ChatGPT. Hypothetically, let's say.
Yeah, let's just say.
Whatever.
Let's see what you find out.
He's going to be buried in a solid gold sarcophagus with a fucking.
No, you're right. I'll never get anywhere close there.
No, that's what I'm saying. You probably could
spray paint some dicks on it, though.
You probably could. It was not going to be like an Arlington cemetery. I guarantee you that. I mean, the best his wife got was a fucking bunker and at a golf course. So I mean, so I don't think he's not going into Arlington, especially the way Hegseth called all those people in the military fat and they could go work for ICE and they didn't lose weight. I mean, he's not going into Arlington. That's fucking bullshit. There's no fucking way.
Wait, where's FIFA headquarters? Maybe they'll make some room for him there.
True. Yeah, I think they could bury him.
They should stuff him. And
they should bury him in Somalia. That's a piece of shit. Sorry. Did you read that article about how the Somalian community in Minnesota, after being attacked for no reason, because he started name checking Somalians as bad people, they're just responding with these memes where they're like, "Oh yeah, Somalians, colonized Minnesota in 1686 before the English got here." I mean, and these really kind of funny, clever, like "fuck you," but not aggressive way of doing it. They're trolling, but they're like going in a very
being
kind
nice
of funny,
about it.
Yeah, like so. I was like, that's pretty cool. So,
something still to be said for class, I guess.
I'd say, especially Somalian class.
Especially Somalian class. Yeah.
Those pirates, that was a bad mark on you guys, but I like the troll.
It really was. It was a few members of a giant loving community.
What was that movie where Sully Sullenberg, fought the Somali pirates? What was that called?
Sully Sullenberg, not the guy that I don't think that was. think
Tom
maybe
Hanks is in that, right?
It's a
Huh?
joke. It's a joke.
Oh,
that was
God.
funny. No, it took me a minute.
Uh,
I did take you guys a minute. That was good. I like those jokes.
I did.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Man.
good. Way to go, Tice.
Never travel with never travel with man.
Yeah. Nope.
should we? Should
Not
we?
a good idea. Yeah, let's
Are you
plug it
done?
up.
Oh yeah, we should do some
Yeah,
plugs.
we're good. Yeah.
Okay, plug.
Tice. Yeah.
I have a couple weird things. One is SNL with Lily Allen was on this weekend, and I'm not hugely familiar with Lily Allen, but she was married to that dude or David Harbour, and she did two songs.
Uh-huh.
Like one song was like a minute long, and one song was like a
I like
minute.
Lily Allen.
One
Yeah.
song was like a minute and a half long, and they were clearly just like I don't know if
Fuck
they
you
were even
songs to him.
yeah, and I don't even know if they were real songs. It was almost like she had just started like I'm gonna write some songs to perform on SNL just to tell them to fuck off. But that's probably not true. I just remember thinking it was very strange. And she was in a bit at the end where they were all making fun of how literal she is with her lyrics. But that's pretty cool. Anyway, it was a good show. I still don't know who the host was. And
I don't either. Neither one of us knew who that was.
Real?
yeah,
I
for
don't
real.
know. Okay, interesting.
I don't know who he is. I don't know. I've never seen him in anything. Apparently, he's done some stuff. But he was all.
Oh, wait. Was it Jacob O'Connor? Is that his name? Hold on.
I
Please
don't even
hold.
know.
Oh, God.
But he is British, and so was Lily Allen. So I caught the theme this week.
Uh,
But
Or Josh O'Connor.
Josh O'Connor. So what's he been in?
Somebody give him a Google. He was just in a movie that I'm going to plug this week.
oh.
Well, yeah, there you go. Another thing I was going to talk about, which is just kind of made me sad, is that there's an animated show on Fox called The Great North, which is a really fun show. It's kind of like Bob's Burgers, but a little bit more wacky. And I just found out that it was canceled. So we watched the end.
A.
We watched the end of season 5. 5 solid seasons, very funny. It's got Alanis Morissette in it. She's the
No way.
Alanis Morissette is one of the lead characters' best friend, and she goes on a roof and she talks to imaginary Alanis Morissette, and then Alanis Morissette talks to her.
That's really cool.
It is very funny. It's very good. It's got Ron Funches in it. It's got
I like him too. Okay.
Will Forte, Nick Offerman. Oh yeah, it's a great show. It's really funny. It's very.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's really cute and very wacky.
What is that on the Max? Is that what you said, Tyson?
Hulu. It was a
Hulu. Okay.
Fox show.
Okay.
What was it called again?
The Great North. Great North.
Okay.
It's about a family that lives in Alaska, and it's just very cute. Oh, and what's her name? The Indian comedian. What's her name? I don't know. She was in Corporate. She was one of the main characters in Corporate. Anyway, excellent cast. And then I'll save my unplug for later. There's not a lot of music coming out right now, and not that I've had a lot of time to do it. I do want to plug one more thing real fast. I got this for Christmas, and this is really a very, very regional. But Waukene, Kansas made these little playing cards established.
Aww.
And it's Christmas City High Plan established in 1950. And every card has a different picture of Waukene on it.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's got a little history of Waukene written inside of it. And it's just this neat little thing that somebody did. And
Hayes, get your shit together. Where's
really,
Hayes America?
It was a really good idea. So I was like,
it's a great idea.
Very good idea.
And they look like tastefully designed. I like it.
Yeah, and every picture is different, and it goes. Yeah. So
you guys gonna play bridge with those, Tice?
I'm probably gonna put these in the vault. I kind of went through a period where I was buying weird playing card decks. Like the last time I went to Vegas, I found a nudie deck from like the 86.
Very cool.
86. Like it is distasteful.
Fuzzy.
But it's it is. So if I find a weird set of playing cards, I will purchase it as my souvenir from where I go. And but I probably won't play with those. We have plenty of cards. So those are my plugs. That's it.
Excellent. Smith, what are your plugs?
I did a woefully bad job with plugs this week, but we did watch a movie, and I'm afraid I might have stealing it from you, Dawson. I don't know if I want to do that again.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we have one of the same plugs, so do it.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe it's not. Who knows? We'll take a shot. We just watched this last night. It was on Netflix. Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
That's where Josh O'Connor. Yeah.
As I was like, I wonder if that was. Oh yeah, that was him. So anyway, that was the unknown mystery guest from. I mean, I hadn't seen it yet. The movie's only been out for like 4 days. Come on, SNL.
Yeah.
Like, give me a friend.
I know. That's true.
Let him peak, and then they'll just put anybody on SNL now.
They really will. They're desperate in many ways.
I guess so. But anyway, probably my favorite of the 3 films.
Really? I liked it too. I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
it's very good.
We've been saving it, so I'm excited.
Oh, you guys are gonna like it. I really enjoyed it.
We saw both of them in the theater, and we missed this one in the theater, so we're excited.
Daniel Craig as that character, he's so good.
Yeah, and it's so different. It's very good. Like it just it was. We were so pleasantly surprised, and that was really it. That was I know we watched some old stuff. I watched some old 3-year-old Jake Gyllenhaal movie about war. It was all right, but So if you're really interested, you can figure out what that was. It was directed The Covenant.
Jake
That's what it was called.
Gyllenhaal movie.
The rich Guy Ritchie's The Covenant is what.
Oh yeah.
A couple years ago, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. I've got quite a few, so just pull up a chair. So I went and saw one of my favorite movies of all time. It came out all together. Kill Bill.
Nice.
The whole bloody affair, and I wore these shoes.
Hey. I also went and saw that. I'd never seen it before.
It was not a plug though, so I'm curious what you thought about it. I know I will agree with you about the intermission part. They should have had a countdown.
Yeah.
That was a little wonky because you didn't know, is this a 10-minute intermission, a 15-minute intermission? We don't know. But basically, for those who are under a rock, it's, volume 1, volume 2 of Kill Bill put together as it was supposed to be the entire time. And, it's unrated. What else? I'm missing some things.
What's the runtime on it? Like how long is it? Yeah.
It was long. It was
4.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I loved it. I mean, I love those movies. So I was just very much like in it. I feel like, Jonas was a good trooper, but I could tell it was like, you hit that 4-hour mark and you're just like moving around in your chair. Like, I wish we could have seen it in Alamo and not, the Cinemark Theater in Boulder. The chairs are just way better in Alamo draft houses. But anyway, beyond that, it was really just super fun to see all together. So, I will say, what do you think about all the feet stuff, Tyson? We all know he has a fetish, but it was just so apparent on the big screen.
Okay, so to be fair, I've never seen either one of those movies.
Tyson.
You did break Tyson.
Oh,
I broke it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
To be fair, I've never seen either one of those movies in its entirety until I watched the whole bloody affair. And so I was like, I knew there was extra footage, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know what was extra footage, what wasn't, what was changed. I didn't know. But the foot scene lasted like 10 minutes. And I was like, we get it. You love Uma Thurman. I get it. It's just like, so. But yeah, was that extra, or does the original have that much foot stuff in it? Like, I was just like, wow.
I see. That's what I was wondering about, because there is a lot of foot stuff. And then a part of me is like, did I just glamour over that, with volume 1 and volume 2? And it's always been in there. I need to go back, but they added more to the animation. And then, when she plucks out the eye and it goes black and white, they left it in color. And to my knowledge, I think that's about it. It looks great. I just love it. I'm a huge fan. The soundtrack's fucking awesome.
It's amazing.
It's the best thing Lucy Liu has ever done. What else can you say? It's in my top 10. So anyway,
actually, the training montage I was quite impressed with too.
Totally.
It's obviously he watched this guy's movies, this Japanese director, and he fell in love with him, and then he says at the beginning this is dedicated to him. I don't know if he did the original, but so it was good. It was a lot of fun, and the soundtrack is amazing. really is.
Oh my god, soundtrack is fantastic. And if you want to learn about, behind the scenes and shit like that, it gets into some Harvey Weinstein motherfucking bullshit, but it's very interesting. The What Went Wrong podcast did volume 1 and volume 2 recently. And there's just some really good nuggets. Like originally they reached out to Kevin Costner to play the part of Bill, and he turned it down because of the violence. Then they signed up Warren Beatty, who also turned it down. Then they chose David Carradine, which was the right decision all along,
Yeah.
given his background. So
Totally. Yeah.
That's funny.
things work out. Anyway, moving along, there is another new movie that we watched on Netflix called Jay Kelly, written by Noah Baumbach and Emily Mortimer, directed by Noah. Noah's one of my favorite directors. He did The Squid and the Whale, which is also one of my favorite movies of all time. He's fantastic. It stars George Clooney and Adam Sandler. George Clooney plays this movie actor who is like really doing self-discovery at the end of his career, basically. And the way that he does it and like goes back in time and then to present day, and Adam Sandler is his assistant who he is driving nuts. The whole amalgamation is perfect. It's like a really interesting Hollywood story. And damn, they're already getting Oscar buzz and shit like that. So anyway, big fan of it. And the ending made me cry. And when I say the ending, I mean the last fucking scene in the movie will just get you. God, in the best way. It's so good. And then I watched the P. Diddy documentary that 50 Cent produced on Netflix called Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Everyone needs to see it. P. Diddy's a piece of shit, and he probably killed Tupac, and he's just a sex trafficking, misogynistic, women abusing asshole. So there you have it. And good on you, 50 Cent. Love it. And then a couple more. There is, let's see.
50 Cent's
Watch-
become quite the mogul, hasn't he? Like entertainment
He's
mogul.
great. Yeah, yeah.
Like he's got his own channel on Roku. He's got his own studio. He's like, it's kind of crazy, you know.
He's making a lot of dough. So, and he's a good guy. Like from everything I've read about him, like he's just, yeah, he got shot a bunch of times, but like he's not really a thug. He doesn't
Hey.
drink. He doesn't do drugs. Like he's just a smart, good dude.
People get
Yeah.
shot. It just happens.
I know. People get shot. That's true, Tice. And then there's a movie that just came out that I just watched. This is my last plug, I promise. It's a new documentary for rent called The Age of Disclosure, directed by Dan Farah. It's all about UFOs and shit coming out of the government. It's great. I loved it. Watch it if you're into that stupid shit like me. The end.
What's it called?
The Age of Disclosure.
The Age of Disclosure.
Yes.
Do you want me to watch it or not?
I don't know. Don't watch it if like just rip it off of the internet somewhere. I don't know if you guys will like it. I loved it.
There's Spielberg's working on something, isn't he?
He
Doesn't he have like
It's a little under the radar though.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer or like the little sneak peek?
I haven't seen the trailer, but I will say that it was a big deal because they filmed some of it in Kansas City. So and he was here.
No shit.
He was here last spring filming stuff, but nobody knew what it was about or anything like that. So and
Spielberg does aliens really well. So
he does, and
or
also
UFOs.
in the trailer, and I have not watched the trailer yet, but in the trailer, like she's a meteorologist. She's like, "Good morning, Kansas City," and everybody in Kansas City lost their, they fucking got their panties in a wad. And they're so excited. They're like, "Yay, Spielberg in Kansas City and aliens! Yay!" You know, like I'm super excited about it. So.
That's good. I mean, Kansas City needs an upper, right?
They do, man.
Sorry, Tice. I didn't want to bring it up, but there it is. Oh, I broke him again. God,
you did break him.
Oh.
You really broke me that time.
All right. I did. Sorry, Tice. Let's go back. Oh, let's just keep breaking it. Unplugs. What's your unplug this week?
Okay, I have an unplug. So we watched this last night.
Maybe.
Oh,
Tice.
Yeah. What is going on? What is wrong with me?
Again.
What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
You're back. You're
back.
So we watched the remake of The Running Man last night. That is my unplug.
Ooh,
I had
okay.
high hopes for it.
Really? That
Yeah,
disappoints me.
Damn. Okay.
here's the deal. So, like the trailer looks fun. It's directed by Edgar Wright, famously made some very, very fun movies. Uh,
Yes.
hmm
uh, Shaun of the Dead, and whatnot. And then, although his last three movies have been pretty serious, and he's kind of abandoned his
This
choppy
is
style
like
of
the
editing.
worst
You know,
bit
he doesn't do
ever.
that anymore,
This,
which I just really like.
Tice.
But
Oh no.
the
oh dear.
original movie,
Oh,
Richard
lost you
Dawson,
again.
super fun. You guys are
All
frozen,
right.
so I must
Well,
be frozen.
I'm gonna start texting him. Smith, do you have an
I do.
Hello?
My unplug is Tyson's
Internet
internet
connection. Yeah,
connection.
Hello?
in
Yeah.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Maybe there are aliens. The unplug that I have is we tried to watch this the other night. It is a new Western on Netflix called The Abandons. It stars Gillian Anderson and a few other people. It's got a budget. Like, it looks really good. It's just fucking boring. Like, it's really
Yeah.
boring. It's not written
Oh,
that
God
well.
damn
Like,
it.
it's just not
Yeah.
that. So give it a shot. We got through the first episode and it was like, well, it's fine. Anything else to watch? It just, I don't know. It's slow. It's just, you don't care about anyone. So I don't know. Try it. Don't,
What is it?
it's called The Abandons. It came out a couple weeks ago on Netflix. It's a new Western series. Like I said, like everything about it looks like it should be good. It's all hat no cattle, as they say.
As I say.
As they
Yeah.
say. Yeah. So anyway, that's my unplug.
Well, I appreciate the heads up because I was going to start that
Yeah,
tonight,
give it a
but
shot.
I'll watch something else.
And I don't. It got pretty terrible reviews. I see. There's stuff I like that gets terrible reviews, so I always. But no, this one they kind of.
I'm the same
got
way.
It. Yeah, they kind of got it.
I like Gillian Anderson too,
I do
but
too.
yeah, I heard some bad shit about it.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Well, my unplug, other than Tyson's internet connection, is taco ornaments. I don't know if anyone's tried to purchase a taco ornament lately, but they suck. And yes, sorry, buddy, your internet is janked. And I would just like to call out if anyone has seen a taco ornament that actually looks like a taco and doesn't have a bunch of glittery shit on it, and you're not quite sure what it is, please email me or message us on Instagram. I would love to buy that.
So when you were complaining, I wasn't sure what about it you were, but it's
it's not realistic.
Okay,
So like
okay.
all of the taco ornaments that are out there on the market are just crap. Like just Google it. Like just Google taco ornament tonight or right now, and you will know what I'm saying. They're just not any good ones. And I love tacos. I want a taco on our tree. I ended up buying one, but I'm still not impressed with it. So I would
I think the problem is they don't eat tacos in China, I think is the problem. I think that's where we're getting held up at.
That's true.
And tariffs. But
are you saying, yeah, and tariffs. That's how they're getting back at us. I get it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you would think that I was waiting at a Cracker Barrel last night, and as I often do, and that's some I would say a handful of ornaments that I kind of really wanted to buy. I didn't, but
no way. At Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, they had like a little curious, like a little Campbell's soup can that I thought was cute, and a bag of Ruffles potato chips. And I was like, those are kind of cute.
I
couldn't do it.
Do they have the old logo as an ornament by chance?
I don't think they still have a bunch of new signage up though. So like I must like I'm guessing they had to like back order everything because like all the signs like inside, like they never got rid of the one outside, but there's a lot of signage inside that's gonna remind people of when Cracker Barrel went woke for 3 days in 2025. But
never forget.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. These taco ornaments,
right?
They suck.
I really think I'm gonna have to like commission someone, like one of my artist friends, to make me one because it's just horse shit out there.
I think you're right. The landscape is ripe for someone who needs an opportunity. So
yep, it's happening. All right, everyone. Well, Smith and Tice, always a pleasure. Even though we can't see Tice, and he will not be closing us out.
That's all right. His orange orb warms my soul.
Orange, yes. But we will be back. We got to do our end of the year wrap up of our favorite things. So stay tuned for that, kids. But We'll talk to you soon.
Have
Bye.
have a happy holidays and a Merry New
Yes.
Year.
Yes. All of those things.
Bye.